Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. For those of you who know me from my music, it's probably a little weird that I'm not in my music studio right now. For those of you who know me only for the candles, my main job is music production, and I use candles as a way to sell merchandise to people that enjoy my music. Today I want to walk you through how I actually make my handmade candles. Today we're going to be making 3 of the interrupted candles. So this is a frosted juniper scent. Make sure you watch until the end of the video for an announcement about how you could win a free candle. My cat was meowing at me from the ground, so I think she wants to be part of the action. Let's hop right into the ingredients and the tools that I use to make the candles. First up, a thermometer to measure the temperature of the wax while it's melting. I have a knife to cut the big blocks of wax into smaller blocks so it fits on the stove. Got a wick trimmer to trim the wicks once they're in the candles. These stickers, I am legally required to put stickers on the bottom of each candle explaining the dangers of having candles in the house. I've got my 3 containers, stickers to keep the wicks down at the bottom of the candles, wick clips to hold the wicks, and as you know, if you have one of my candles or if you've looked at them on Etsy, you've known that I do wooden wick candles. So instead of strings for the wicks, it's pieces of wood. And the reason I do that is because the sound it makes when it's burning. It's like a crackling fireplace sound. I've got a measuring cup to measure the amount of scent that I put in the fluid. I have a measuring cup to measure the amount of scent that I put into the wax. The container that I put the wax into before I melt it, and the pot that I put this container in while the water is boiling. Of course, we have the scent itself, so I get my scents from Candle Science, and this one is frosted juniper, and it smells amazing. And of course I have wax. I get my wax from the Wooden Wick company, which is also where I get my wicks from. And it's a virgin coconut soy wax. So it's coconut wax mixed with soy wax and a little bit of paraffin wax in it to give it a really good hot throw. Here's what the wax looks like. And once the candles are actually made, I have the labels, the Spotify labels for the back to bring people over to my music, and the label for Interrupted itself. I'm going to go ahead and prepare the jars, so I'm going to get the wicks in there and all of the stickers in place.
Running around in circles by myself, feeling so lost and alone. Thinking about the times we laughed and cried, traveled together through those storms. Spin around with your hand holding.
Next, I'm going to pour out the scent that I need to mix in with the wax for the candles. For 3 candles, I need 27 ounces of wax, and so I need 2.7 ounces of the scent because 10% of the total mixture for my candles is the scent itself. Next, I'm going to measure out the wax. To get 27 ounces of wax, I have to do a little bit of an estimation, but I initially will cut the wax block, which is a 5-pound block of wax. I cut it into 16ths, and I start by putting 3/16ths of a 5-pound block of wax into this. And I have a little measurement in here that when it starts melting, I can see if I put the right amount in. Now that I have the wax cut and ready to be melted, I need to boil some water. Once the water starts to boil, I bring it down to a simmer and then place this can with all of the wax inside of the water. I'm going to keep watching it until it melts completely, and then I'll start measuring the temperature. Once all of the wax is melted and the temperature is 190 degrees, I take it off of the stove. Once the wax comes off of the stove, I'm going to measure the temperature until it falls below 187 degrees. Once it's below that mark, I'll put the scent in and then stir it for 2 minutes. Now that everything is stirred in, I'm going to pour it in the jars. Once everything is poured, there's only a few steps left. I'll leave them out for about an hour before I clip the wicks and put the labels on them. To clip the wicks, I'll be using this tool to stick it down into the candle and just clip the wick at the top of the candle so that there's just a tiny little sliver hanging above the wax. Then of course I just take these off of their sticker pads, put them on the front, and I've got a finished candle. Again, here's what it'll look like when it is completely finished. You can see the inside, the wooden wick, and where I clipped it is just a little bit above the wax, and both stickers. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed seeing how these candles were made. If you would like a chance to win a free candle, I can tell you how to do that. Every single week, I'm going to be giving away one free candle to someone who's signed up for my Raise Faber Candles email list. The purpose of the email list for me is to notify people of when new scents come out, to give people behind the scenes like I'm doing right now, and to give a little more information about candles in general. The link to sign up for the email list is the first link in the description. If you're interested in purchasing a candle, my Etsy store is in the description, as well as a subscription service that I just started for candles. It's on a site similar to Patreon called Buy Me a Coffee. And so if you're interested in getting candles every single month for a discounted rate, check that link out. That is all. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.